Hi everyone, this is Indra. Welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I am going to discuss about one very important application of derivative, that is for the calculation of interval of monotonic function for which it is either increasing or decreasing. Please watch this video till the end so that you will get the concept of how to calculate the interval for the monotonic function in which the functions either increases or decreases. Here we will use the concept of the derivative to evaluate the interval for the increasing or decreasing of a monotonic functions. And if you don't subscribe my channel yet, please make sure to subscribe it and press the bell icon for instant notification of the uploaded videos. Without wasting any further time, let's get started. Here this is our today's topic, application of derivative. Basically it is here today's topics objective is to find the interval for the increasing or decreasing in monotonic functions. Here I have taken one example to illustrate this topic. Let's discuss about today's topic, the application of derivative. Let's move ahead through an example. Here the example is taken. I have taken one example. Find the interval for which the function, here the function f of x is given x square minus 2 times log of x. It is increasing. We have to find out the interval for which this function to be increasing. Here the function given is, let me write the given function here. The given function is, it is the function of x, f of x. It is given here x square minus 2 times log of x. It is the logarithmic function. It is the mixed function here, the polynomials, polynomial algebraic functions as well as the logarithmic functions. It is the combined form. And the very important thing in the logarithmic functions, please remember that the argument here, the x is taken, this x is taken as the argument of this log. So please remember one very important point, the argument of the log, which is here x, it should be always positive. Please memorize this very important point on the logarithmic functions. The arguments should be always positive real numbers. So this value of the x should be greater than 0. This is the domain of this function. The value of the x should be taken. It is all the values of the x in the real number set such that it should be positive real number. It is positive real number. Argument should be always positive real number. So the domain of this function x should be greater than 0. And let's solve, let's first of all calculate the first derivative of this function. Please remember one very important point. While calculating the nature of a function, either it is increasing or decreasing, we have to first calculate the first derivative. Let's calculate its first derivative, which is f prime of x. It is the first derivative of this function. It is, let's calculate the derivative of this function with respect to the input variable x. The derivative of x square is just 2x minus 2, and the derivative of log is just 1 over x. Here we have assumed this log as a natural log. In the natural case, the derivative of natural log is always 1 over the function, 1 over x. Derivative of ln of x is just 1 over x. Here this is the natural log. And let's simplify this. Let's do the simplifications here. This is just let's take the LCM of the denominator as a x. This is 2x square minus 2. This is the first derivative of the given function. And the remember very important point, for the function to be increasing, here the case is increasing, for the function to be increasing, the first derivative should be always positive. For function, for any function to be increasing, to be increasing function, the first derivative, that is dy over dx, it is the first derivative, should be always positive. It is the case. Please remember this uh, very important point. This is the condition for increasing of a function. The first derivative should be positive. Let's plug in the values of f prime of x. It is here just 2x square minus 2 all over x. It should be positive. And here we already declared that the value of the x is positive number. It is the positive number. So let's multiply both side by x. After multiplying both side by x, our expression will be 2x square minus 2. The x will be cancelled it out after multiplying on the both side, and here the x is positive real number, so the sign of the inequality remains same. If we multiply both side of the inequality by a positive number, then the sign of the inequality will remain same. So after let's multiply both side by x. This will be left hand side will be this 2x square minus 2, and the right hand side will be just 0 times x gives 0. Here we just multiply both side of this inequality by a positive number x, so the sign of the inequality remains same. And this let's take the 2 as a common and divide both side by 2. Now our expression will be x square minus 1 greater than 0, and this can be further simplified as x square is greater than 1. Here is simplified. Here we simplify this expression, and we have found here this expression x square is greater than 1. Let's calculate the solution set of this inequality. And remember one very point on the solving the inequality, quadratic inequality. It is pure quadratic equations. If x square is greater than a number a, a positive number a, if the x square is greater than positive number a, then the solution x belongs, the value of the x solution set will be, the solution set will be here the from negative infinite, between the negative infinite to negative a, here the a, so negative a union another set is positive a, here is the negative a, so turn of positive a to infinite. This is the solution set, this is the solution set of this inequality. Please remember this very important, which helps to solve our problem in a very short time. If x square is greater than a, then the x solution set for x belongs in the set of union of the sets, two sets between negative infinity and negative a, and the another set is positive a and positive infinite, between positive a and the positive infinity. This is the solution set of this inequality. Please remember. So here is the case. Therefore, for here our question is about for x square is greater than 1. Its solution set, its interval will be, let's find out the interval which represents by this inequality is just between negative infinity to negative 1 union another set is, here is negative 1, so positive 1, between positive 1 to positive infinity. It is the required interval for the function to be increasing. This is the required interval. Here we directly calculate this interval by using this formula. Please remember this formula. Here we have calculated the required interval for the functions, for these functions to be increasing. Here the required interval is, this is the required interval, it is the union of the two sets, these two sets. This is the required interval for the functions f of x to be increasing. In our next video we will discuss more about the applications of the derivative. Please keep watching, keep loving this channel. This much for today. Thank you.